Hey guys, Deb Acker here, back with another video. And the title of today's video is all about how to be real with yourself. So we are going to get real, but for those of you guys who are new to this series, new to my work, I'm an intuitive coach and I work mainly with women to help them to heal their past, heal their childhood patterns, specifically around abandonment and the abandonment that can show up when we have physically and or emotionally unavailable parents, right? And so let's look at this, because if you had some kind of abandonment in your life, likely there was a pattern playing out where you felt on some level that you couldn't be real or be fully real, right? For fear of that abandonment happening again. So, notice, right? Like, it's like if your parents got divorced and if you were real with your dad about, say for instance, you're living with your mom and you're real about your dad about, the impact that his actions or maybe him not showing up was having on you, there could have been some fear that he wouldn't show up at all, right? Same thing, like if you had a single mom and she was seeking reinforcement, right? She was obviously maybe out on the dating scene and she was seeking reinforcement. If you were real with her about, maybe how she looked or some aspect, of her, again, there could be that fear of, I might get abandoned, right? I might end up out on the street. And again, that would have all been subconscious. And, it doesn't obviously make sense. And obviously our parents were doing the best they can. And most of our parents didn't have the intention of abandoning us in any way. But just noticing that and recognizing that, that could have been playing out in the background. So on some level, love equaled lying, right? Or love equaled not being real, right? So then in your life, and also too, with this, not only did love equal lying or love equaled not being real, but, to be real with ourselves, we would have had to own how much pain we were going through in those moments, right? We were likely not connected or conscious of it, but you would have had to been willing on some level to own that, right? And again, that would have been really painful. It would have been really scary. And there would have been, again, the subconscious fear of some kind of abandonment, right? So notice those three different levels. Now, what happens is when we go to be real in our adult lives, a lot of times because those models are playing out, it can be very hard for us to be real. Obviously, first and foremost with ourselves, and then real in our relationships, right? So notice, and I see this a lot with a lot of my clients, notice in your relationships at all, whether it's with a partner and or with a friend or family member, where you've said something is okay when it really isn't for you. Oh yeah, no problem. You canceled on me last minute, no problem, right? Noticing that, right? And or, your family member treated you with disrespect. And any single time that you keep returning to that person or you allow that behavior to happen and you don't address it and you stay in that relationship not addressing it and not having anything changed, any single time that you do that, you tell the universe, this is absolutely okay, right? And, in fact, even more than that, bring me more of this, right? Because I'm saying okay to it, so just bring me more, right? So again, notice if that is true for you and if that's something that you can relate to. So from here, first and foremost, every single thing that we are creating in our reality, every single thing that is happening in our world, we are first and foremost creating within our relationship with ourselves. So if you want to change, your ability to be real in relationships, first and foremost, you have to get real with yourself and notice, okay, when is this thing causing me pain, right? What is causing me pain in my life? When is that causing me pain? Why am I staying in that relationship and or not addressing it, right? And then from there, being willing to first and foremost honor your pain, feel your pain. I said this a lot in a lot of my videos, right? But being first and foremost to acknowledge, okay, like that person rejected me or they blew me off or, they, don't want to go out with me again. For instance, we're talking about relationships, right? Or, a time in a friendship, right? Where a friendship said something like mean or cruel to you, right? And again, being willing to honor that pain. And then from there, being willing to communicate to that person if that's a person you want to stay in relationship with, right? So that's a key piece because, you don't have to communicate your pain to another person if you don't actually want to stay in relationship with that person, right? So just notice that, right? Like, it's like there's no reason for you to address, you can if you want, and obviously you have nothing to lose because you don't want to stay in relationship with that person. But, on the other aspect of that, we are what my old therapist would call relational with people we want to be in relationship with, right? So being relational means sharing your inner experience, right? And building a stronger relationship with them by sharing that experience and having a dialogue with one another, right? So just noticing, noticing if you do that already, noticing if you don't do that. And if you don't do that, again, asking yourself why, and just really understanding the more real you are, first and foremost with yourself, to say, okay, what just happened in that moment? Where am I feeling pain? Was that okay? What just happened? And if I'm saying it's okay to the other person, again, getting the fact that like when you say it's okay, you are telling the universe, yes, bring me more of this action. So if you don't want it to happen again, do not excuse the other person, and make sure if you do want to stay in relationship with them, you are willing to address it just simply by even saying, what happened there, what you did really hurt me, right? Or I get it wasn't intentional, but I need you to know that what you did really hurt me. That's just one small, simple example. So that is today's video for today. If you are enjoying this series, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you grab my Healing Through Abandonment kit, which has all kinds of tools to really support you through coming home to yourself, right? Through returning to your center, so you are centered and grounded in you. And if you're looking to find out more information about my work, you can head to deboraacker.com. So until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will look forward to seeing you soon.